Christmas shopping with my dad. I am really hoping to get chickens, and that will help promote really good sleep and rest too. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, and I have the day off, so I have been taking the morning slow. I slept in this morning till 8:40, and I've just been kind of cleaning up around the house, listening to music, taking it slow, and then I just got done actually making a little list of things that I need to get done today. It's been a really good week so far. Monday, I went Christmas shopping with my dad. We go every single year together, and we always go out to Hoo Ha, our absolute favorite restaurant. It was a really good time. And then on Tuesday, kind of took the morning slow, but then I had a bunch of errands that I needed to run. I had to get some stuff for my great uncle. I hung out with my friend Amber and her two little guys. And then I ate supper with my grandparents and had a Bible study in the evening. Tuesdays are definitely always my busiest day. And then today I don't have to work again, and so I'm gonna work on this little list. The first 3 things that I need to do are outside, and I just asked my Alexa, and it's 21 degrees outside.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. Oh, you just can't even say her name without her answering. But I'm gonna go downstairs and round up all of my winter stuff. And I think I'm gonna wear my snow pants outside today because it is cold, and I'm wearing holey jeans today. I wear holey jeans like every day. Went down to the basement and I got all of my warm winter stuff out. So I have this tote type thing. In the winter, I always keep this in the back of my vehicle, just in case I were ever to have car problems. I mean, living in Iowa, when it gets cold, you know, your car might not start. You never know if you're gonna get stuck in an area or get your car stuck in general, go in the ditch. So it's always important to have warm winter stuff. And I always have an ice scraper in there. I have multiple pairs of gloves, which I actually just bought some more. It's good to have multiple pairs because if you ever have someone with you and they need to help scoop your car out, things like that, at least you have multiple pair of gloves. And then I keep a pair of snow boots in my car, and then I have an extra hat, which I probably should put one more of these in there, and then I have my snow pants. Stylish. It's actually not too bad outside, but I figured while I'm outside, I might as well take the gutters off of the house and get them put away.
Ollie, come on. Good morning. Good morning.
If you have never been to my barn, welcome. This is it. Right now it becomes a big storage shed for all my gardening stuff. Anything that needs to come inside for winter, so like our gutters, our hoses, flower pots, anything of that nature comes down here. Rather than going up in our garage where we're parking and trying to walk around, it's better to move all that stuff here where we don't have to deal with it for the whole winter. Like right here, this is my whole gardening section, so I have my homemade tomato cages over here. Hold on, let me show you around. There is the door where we were outside. When you come in here, I have all my gardening stuff, my little utility cart, tomato cages. This is where we keep our kayaks. And then back here, this is where we keep all of our wood for extra projects that we want to do. We need to clean this side up yet. Directly across on the side of that, this is where we have some wood stored, but this is where I want to put chickens this spring. I am really hoping to get chickens, but we need to do a few things right away this spring before we can get some, which pretty much includes just making sure any big holes are sealed up so critters can't get in, and we need a bunch of new windows up above. Like right there, for example, that window is blown out and there's a few that are just missing. We have gotten raccoons at this building in the past, and I just don't want to have the risk of them getting into my chickens and killing them off. We'll have this sealed in better, but we just need to make a few changes. I actually have a video where we clean this out. It used to be packed full of stuff. The video doesn't show it all because we started before I had a YouTube channel, and anyway, I'll link that down below, but it's been a long process getting the barn cleaned out to where it is now. And I say this spring we'll get everything finished up and it will actually be where we want it to be. Now I need to unload this truck. So my great uncle They are moving into like a retirement home. He's 90 years old and he loves gardening just as much as I do, maybe even more. And he's giving me all his old tomato cages that he made out of hog panels. The hard part is they have all these little S hooks on them and now they're all sticking together. Made it over to my brother's house. I actually invited myself over for lunch. I texted his girlfriend and said, "You making anything for lunch today?" And she said, "Yes. Would you like to join?" So I said, "Yes, I would." So now I'm gonna go inside and enjoy some yummy food. And then we'll go back home and finish up what we need to do when we get there.
Not that good.
Or they got the bad cook in that day.
I ended up staying at my brother's house way longer than I intended, but I'm home now and I'm gonna work on some more stuff before it gets dark here pretty soon. For Black Friday, I ordered a few things from this company in particular. It's called Whimsy and Wellness. They sell different essential oil things. I got this spray bottle, which is just this beautiful iridescent like look. And then I got this roller bottle that just has little moons all over it. And I wanted to make a sleep spray for my pillow as well as a roller to put on when I go to bed. Like 2 weeks ago, I was having a really hard time sleeping and staying asleep. I feel like part of it is just to do with the time change and it getting dark so early that my body is so tired early, and then by the time it's time for me to go to bed, I'm like wide awake. For any of my essential oil recipes that have to do with like certain things like sleep, I always look on Pinterest and they have just the best ideas. So I'm going to make one that is called Peace of Mind. It has 5 drops of ylang ylang, and then it has 5 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of bergamot, and then 10 drops of lavender. So these are all really good for like promoting calming and sleep and rest. I will actually also link my Young Living membership ID down below if you're ever interested in kind of trying out essential oils. They have really good options for like starter kits that are really well priced. Just kind of a good way to get your foot in the door in the world of essential oils. For this, I just added some distilled water, and then I'm gonna put the little sprayer back on top here. The recipe also called for half a teaspoon of vodka. It actually helps the essential oil smell like be stronger, but I don't have any of that, so I just didn't add any. But there we go with that. And then the roller, I'm just gonna do 5 drops of lavender and then 5 drops of Stress Away. And this I could put down like my spine or behind my ears, as well as on the bottom of my feet, and that will help promote really good sleep and rest too. And then rather than distilled water for this, you put in a carrier oil. So I always use jojoba oil for all of my carrier oils. It's a lot less greasy than like what coconut oil would be. You can get it pretty reasonable anywhere. I just order mine off of Amazon. Here is my side of the bed. And essentially just how this will work is I can take this little spray bottle and then spray down my pillow a couple times. Yep, it smells nice and relaxing. And then, like I said before, the roller I can just put on the bottom of my feet or like the back of my neck when I go to bed. Also super simple to do. Probably what I'll end up doing is putting it behind my ears. I probably shouldn't be doing this since I still have to be up for a while, but anyway. But I also thought I'd show you guys down here real quick. I also have this tension balm that I put on my hands, like if I'm feeling anxious at night, that I made. And I also have this tranquil roller that I put on if I like need sleep. And I also have this CBD calm oil that I will put on sometimes. Before I move on to the next thing, I wanted to show you guys something that I just found on Amazon that I'm like completely obsessed with. So we put up our Christmas tree and I saw these plugins that you can plug into your outlet and then whatever device you decide to plug into them. So I have 2 of them. I have one on our Christmas tree as well as one on a lamp. And what you do is you have this app and the plug connects to your Wi-Fi, so you can turn on whatever device from your phone. So our Christmas tree, it's really nice because if we're coming home at night and it's late and we want to be able to like see our Christmas tree as we're pulling in, I can turn it on from my phone and not have to worry about, you know, leaving it on when we're gone. Watch the Christmas tree back there. Look at that. all with just a push of a button. Our outlet is behind the Christmas tree, so it's really nice because we don't have to like reach behind the Christmas tree to try to unplug it and, you know, going over the gifts and knocking ornaments off the tree. But it was really cheap. It was like $12 for 2 of them. Now that I am done sharing about my Christmas tree and my little hack that I found, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with my declutter challenge. So 2 weeks ago, I started a declutter challenge that I kind of modified off of Pinterest. Essentially, it's 30 days of decluttering different areas of my house. So I found this list of like ideas and then I changed a few things. But anyway, I've been getting rid of a ton of things. I actually have everything over there in a box that I'm getting rid of. For today, I have 2 things picked out. One of them being one that I'm not gonna take you guys along with, but it's deleting pictures on my phone. And essentially to keep myself from getting overwhelmed or like bored with deleting pictures, I just set a 10-minute timer every day. And I go to wherever I left off in my pictures and delete pictures for 10 minutes. And then after that, I put my phone down and I'll get back to it again the next day. Starting off with 3,085 pictures, and I'll for sure get it under 3,000 in the 10 minutes. So I am going to start that. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Just finished my 10 minutes of deleting pictures, and I got them down to 2,805 photos. I know I'm pretty well gonna get down to at least 2,000 by the time I'm done, so that will feel good to be done. And then I need to make a photo book actually of our family vacation photos so I can delete a lot of those off there as well. But now the only other thing I'm gonna do left for the declutter challenge for today is our front entryway. If you have not watched my prior decluttering video, I kind of talk about the reasoning why I'm doing this, but essentially it's just I have found that I am a happier person and can give my time better to others when I'm not distracted by my own clutter. I'd rather just keep things in our home that I know we're going to use and that I love rather than things that I don't use, don't love, and then I'm just, you know, shifting around them, trying to find things that I use. And so for me, this is just best for my mind and overall well-being if I don't have too much stuff. So I am really good about going through things pretty often, but this time I'm going like that extra step to declutter my entire house in 30 days and get rid of all of the things that I no longer want. I registered for these organizers when we got married, and I've loved them ever since day one, but we just keep all of our like gloves, mittens and stuff in one drawer, and then we have all of our hats in another drawer, and then kind of like our fun hats down here, as well as a scarf down here in the bottom drawer. This has been really good to help utilize space because there's so much wasted space in the middle of the closet. So this gives some height and we're able to store a lot of things and not just have them in, you know, one basket where you're trying to find gloves and hats and that kind of stuff. So I will also link these down below because love them. Had them almost 5 years and I have no complaints. I always go through these at least once a year to make sure that each mitten and pair of gloves has a match, because if it does not have a match, I either combine them for like outdoor gloves, especially these little thin ones, I'll put together sometimes 2 that don't match and I'll put them outside in our little glove thing, because then if I use them for something and they get ruined, I can just throw them away. Otherwise, I don't keep things that don't have a match. These gloves, both their matches are missing, so I just put them together and these will go out in the garage.
Dreaming of you, dreaming of you, dreaming of you, dreaming of you.
I was able to get rid of 2 pairs of shoes and a jacket. The first pair being these. I just never wear them anymore. I've had them for a little while, and so somebody else will get to enjoy these. I'll put them on my Poshmark and get rid of them there. And then I also have these boots that are just too big for me. I wear them, but I can never wear them somewhere where I know I'm gonna be walking a lot, or in general just on my feet. These are more for if I'm going somewhere and I know I'm gonna be sitting down. Here is what it looks like after. So I was just kind of able to clear up some more space on this shelf, unstack shoes that were stacked on top of each other, and get rid of a jacket. and it was just good to clean out the area in general. Anyway, I think now I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch up on some of my declutter days that I missed from last week, especially while it's still light outside and I'm motivated to do so. So I thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.